Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's Eskimo Cold of EskimoColdBeats.com. Today I just wanted to address a few things, help some people out, maybe change a few mindsets. But yeah, it's mostly about the rap industry and the way that people think it works as opposed to how it actually works. Now, back in the day, to be big in the rap industry, it was all about record labels. You know, all the way through the late 80s, early 90s. You know, people who were making the big money and getting the big exposure were people who were signed to record labels. But we are not in that age anymore, and that's something that people need to fix up to quick before, you know, they just waste their lifetime trying to get signed. Now, here's the thing: labels know how much you want this. No one will dispute that fact. I know there's a lot of people out there that want it. They may not be taking the action, but that doesn't mean that deep down they do want it. They're just pussies about it. Let's be straight. But anyone really who's out there now is independent, and record labels are scared because record labels now realize that we are more powerful than them. We're not more powerful than them, but we can make our own moves without them, and we don't need them. We have our own power now, is what I really mean. And they know how much you want to be signed. Therefore, you will sign for a ridiculously low price and not even read the contract properly, not even get a lawyer. You will just sign there and then on the date, just for the idea that you're signed. Now, what happens to people that get signed? They get pimped out. You know, they get in advance. They'll give you like maybe 100, 200 grand, whatever. And you think, oh, I'm balling now. They know you ain't going to invest that in shit. They know you're going to go get that chain. They know you're going to go get that car, that whatever else, you know. They know you're not going to invest in yourself. You're new to that kind of money. And they're wise to it. What happens then? You start getting into debt. You're constantly in debt with the label the whole time you're there. They don't say, here's $1 million contract. Right. We hope you can make some money off it. If you don't, no worries. You know, if you don't make that money, your situation is tense. Tense. You know, I'm not just someone who doesn't know anything. I've read it up, you know. I've watched countless interviews with record label executives, you know. I've spoken to a few over the years. I know what I'm talking about. I'm researched on the subject. You can, if you don't believe me, well, that's your business, whatever. But, you know, I can validify what I'm saying. So, record labels ain't the way. Now, if you're the hustlers that a lot of you rappers are saying you are, then this now, knowing this is an opportunity for you. And you know why? Because selling a mixtape, selling your music is no different from being out there selling, breaking down an ounce of whatever, chopping it into 16 tracks or 28 tracks if we're going off an ounce or whatever is working out at, right? And flipping a mixtape. Just like you would have flipped whatever else you had just invested in. This is exactly the same. The only thing that's different is the audience. And the only other thing that's different is the fact that it's online. Now, how do you sell your shit when you're out on the street? Do you go up in people's faces like, oh, I got this, do you want to buy it? Look at this, look at it. You don't just grab out that pile and chuck it in their face. They're like, no. Because you don't know who that person is. You have your friends and the people who know you do it, and they recommend you to other people. So all of a sudden you start building all these people that come to you. You may not have known them, but you've kind of built up a buyer-seller relationship. Now that is exactly the same in music. If you are a real true hustler, like I say a lot of you are claiming you are, then this should be no different. You should be able to adapt to this. If this is what you really want, then you'll do that. You know what I'm saying? I got into a debate yesterday with someone who said that I should be giving out free beats and producers should be giving out free beats because we're all in the same position. I wouldn't say we're all in the same position. We all want the same stuff and whatever else. We're not in the same position, and this is why. You know, me and producers aren't in the same position. MCs and singers ain't in the same position. Why? Because you got your pussies, and then you got your diehards, the people who will make this happen no matter what. I happen to be the type of person that will fail 99 times to win once. And I will keep doing that repeatedly until I'm in position. You're the type that wants a free beat. You're the type out there that's just spamming people, throwing your stuff in people's face. Out there just annoying people and get people's backs up, but not giving them value. Not out there like I'm trying to help people, trying to uplift people, inspire people. I'm not just selling beats. I'm not just selling someone a beat and then say, oh no, fuck off. No, I'm giving them above and beyond what they're paying for. I have to monetize my stuff because I've got to pay $200, $300 a month, if I'm lucky, to pay for all my accounts and my autoresponder and all of that. And then on top of my life bills and rent and food and whatever else, and the equipment I've got to buy, the equipment I've got to upgrade to stay current with the quality and everything in the industry, the money I've got to spend on advertising. Now, what money are you spending? What, you bought a notepad? Whatever else? We are not in the same position as people. Whatever your role is in life, we are not in the same position. We're the same, we're humans. We have the equal opportunity and equal right as human beings. But what do you do with that? Are you out there fighting for what you believe in? Are you saying, no matter what, I'm going to make this work? Are you giving out value? Are you giving people a reason to get behind you? Now, why is someone going to invest money in you or whatever else if they can't see a vision? If you're just one of these Facebook rappers that are posting and doing nothing else other than that, where's your growth? Why haven't you got a professional video out? Why haven't you got, why aren't you doing shows? Why aren't you doing all these things? Now, here's the thing. Now, if I gave everybody free beats, all of a sudden there's 50 MCs on the same beat. 50 different versions of the same song. Now, half of them, or 3/4 of them, are internet rappers. Of course they are. What are they going to be doing? Recording tracks on what sounds like they're recording on a potato instead of a microphone. The beat is going to be overused and overplayed. Now, all of a sudden, when Eskimo Cole Beats pops up, I have this trash assigned that I am professional. I do what I do. I make sure that everything I put out is done in the correct way. But why would I give free beats to someone that hasn't proved themselves to me? It's not like I don't give out free beats full stop, because you can ask anybody. If you buy a beat from me and then I respect your movement and everything else, and you support me and whatever else, you can ask any of my customers. They've all got more than they paid for. Every now and again they'll say, oh, I like this beat, and I go, oh, you know what, just take that beat, that's cool, have that beat. Because the way I see it, they've invested in me. They're not just a customer, they're a friend. Because we back and forth, and I give them tips, and some of them even say, oh, I think you should do that, and give me advice. That's why they get free beats. Now, you being an absolute stranger, it takes me 2 minutes to suss where you are in this industry. Less than 2 minutes. All I gotta do is go on one of your social medias and realize, nah, this guy ain't serious. All his tracks are from 2 years ago, sounding like they're recorded on a potato. Why do you deserve a free beat? Especially when other people are willing to pay. Why do you deserve the free beat? Let's be real. Let's be very real. Stop lying. Stop lying to people and making out you're in a better position than you are actually in. This game doesn't respect that. This game sees right through you. We are not stupid. Human beings are not stupid. They know when someone is lying. You don't deserve, listen, you get what you deserve in life. So everybody who's out there hustling and doing their thing, they will get. They're not even trying to hit me up for free beats. They're just and it's actually a surprise sometimes. People will just pop up and be like, oh, I want to grab this beat and that beat for that price. And I'll just be like, all right, if you're going to grab a couple, here's a deal, whatever, here's a percentage off, here's a coupon, whatever. But that's rare. So if someone's willing to pay for the beat, why should you get an exception? Because in your mind, in your belief, I don't deserve to get paid for all those hours I put in and all that money I've spent on my craft. And I've got a vision. Anyone who messes with me knows that I've got a vision, and I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to be where everybody's talking about being. I'm halfway there. I'm 100% on my life, because that's what it is. Going to be there. Now, if you want to get in on what I'm doing, you're going to have to invest. But this video, that maybe it is a bit about me for the second part of it, but the whole record label thing and everything like that, I'm giving you the game. Listen to your subconscious mind, because it is way more intelligent than you. Educate yourself, because your subconscious mind will always tell you the truth. Your subconscious mind knows every single thing from day one. From the day of your birth, it knows everything. It's somewhere in there. So when it tells you do or don't do something, it's right. That's why they say believe in your intuition, because your intuition is always right from your knowledge. As long as you've been around that knowledge to know what's right and wrong, your intuition is always going to be right in the situation. But I just think this is something that people don't work on. They're not reading books to learn these things. And without learning the knowledge, how can you do something you don't know how to do? I can teach you some, but there's a lot of it I can't teach you, because it's so deep and so mental. You need to pick up a book. You need to speak to someone or watch a video from someone who knows even more than me, because I didn't just learn this out of thin air. I had to go with someone who knew more than me to do it, and you're going to have to do the same thing. I can show you to a certain level, but you know what I'm saying? I hope this isn't a negative video, or it doesn't come across as a negative video, but I am trying to give you the game. No, I'm not going to be giving out free beats to people who don't deserve free beats. Mess with me, buy a few beats, show me you're serious. We'll talk about sorting out some free beats along the line, whatever. But right now, on first meeting, I don't know you. I can suss out your whole hustle in 2 minutes. You're not getting a free beat. It's not about that. It's about self-empowerment. So empower yourself and get out there and do the damn thing. Because if you don't, who's going to do it for you? Who gives a shit? Enough. Let's be real. I give a shit to an extent, but I don't give more of a shit than you do. And if you don't give a shit about you, why is me or anyone else in this world going to give a shit about you? If you're out there moving with respect on your hustle, I will do everything I can do in my power to see you where you need to be. But I'm not wasting my time. You can waste your own. Yeah. Eskimo Cold, EskimoColdBeats.com. Much love. Like I say, I hope you don't take this as a negative and more of a positive video, because that's where I feel it is. Just trying to give you the game. Peace and love from the bottom to the top. Once we start, we don't stop.